Okay, just take a second and think about how you're watching this right now. You probably clicked a mouse or tapped on your screen, right? But what if you couldn't do that? Today, we're going to look at a piece of tech that completely rethinks what control means, and it's opening up the digital world for absolutely everyone. So let's just start with this question right here. I'm serious. Really think about it for a moment. How would you send a text message or scroll through your feed or even just pause this if you couldn't use your hands? It's a simple question, but man, it really changes how you look at the devices you use every single day. For millions of people out there, people with physical limitations from injuries, amputations, or certain neurological conditions, this isn't just some thought experiment. It's their reality. The very devices that are supposed to connect us can actually feel like a huge, frustrating wall. All right, so here's our game plan. We're going to start by looking at those barriers. Then we'll get introduced to Mouseware and see exactly how this thing works. We'll talk about who it's really designed for, and then the best part, the incredible potential it unlocks for people. Let's do it. So first up, let's really set the stage here. We need to understand the core problem that technology like Mouseware is trying to solve. We're talking about a digital divide that's more of a physical divide, really. The whole solution fits under this umbrella called assistive technology. And as you can see, this isn't about having the latest fancy gadget. Nope, it's about creating essential, life-changing tools that give people back their independence. Think of them like keys that unlock communication, work, and, well, the entire online world. And that brings us right to the main event, Mouseware. This is a really elegant, hands-free solution that was created to do exactly that, to build a bridge across that digital gap. So what is it exactly? Well, to put it simply, Mouseware is this wearable, hands-free device that cleverly turns your head movements into cursor control on the screen. And when you pair that with either a simple switch or just your voice, you get full command over your computer, your tablet, or your smartphone. And they made it super simple right from the start. The main bundle comes with everything you need to get going right out of the box. You've got the sensor itself, the USB receiver, a charging cable, the head strap, and of course, the software to control it all. It's a complete kit. But the real magic, I think, is just how simple it is. This is a true plug-and-play device. You don't need any special drivers or complicated setup. It works with pretty much everything: Windows, Mac OS, Android, iOS, even smart TVs. Basically, if you can use a mouse with it, you can use Mouseware. Now, you might be thinking a wearable device would feel heavy or get in the way. But get this, the sensor weighs just 23 grams. That is incredibly light. We're talking about the weight of a couple of keys. It's designed for all-day comfort, so you can pretty much forget you're even wearing it. And that practical design thinking carries over to the battery life. You get over 90 hours of active use on just one charge. How? Well, it has a really low-power design and this smart sleep mode that saves juice when you're not actively using it. Pretty cool. Okay, so we know what it is, we know its key features, but how does it actually work? Let's break down the mechanics of how you can control your entire digital world with just Mouseware. It all boils down to this simple three-part system. First, you move your head, and the cursor just follows right along with you super smoothly. Second, you decide how you want to click. And third, for anything more complicated, you can use your voice to run custom commands. It's that straightforward. Let's zero in on that click, because this is where the system is just so adaptable. You can use physical switches, like a foot pedal or a button you can strap literally anywhere that's comfortable for you. Or you can go totally switch-free and use what's called dwell click. That's where the software just automatically clicks for you whenever you pause the cursor. See, this level of choice, this customization, it makes it really clear that Mouseware wasn't just designed for people with disabilities, it was designed with their very different needs in mind. So who exactly can this technology empower? Well, the range of people who can benefit from this is just massive. As you can see from this table, it covers everything from individuals with neurological disorders like quadriplegia to those who've had amputations, people recovering from serious injuries, and folks with chronic conditions like severe arthritis or carpal tunnel. The key takeaway here is just how incredibly adaptable the system is. And that brings us to what I think is the most important part of all of this. Because look, technology is just a tool, right? Its real value is in what it lets people do. So let's look at the real human impact of unlocking the digital world. With this kind of control, the possibilities are suddenly wide open again. You can communicate, emailing, texting, calling family and friends. You can create, drawing, editing photos, even composing music. You can kick back and enjoy entertainment, and maybe most crucially, you can get things done for school or for work. It literally puts you back in the driver's seat of your own digital life. But the impact, it goes so much deeper than just functionality. It's really about dignity. This kind of technology fosters real autonomy, which means less reliance on a caregiver, and it provides something that is absolutely priceless: privacy. The freedom to manage your own online world without always having to ask someone for help. And that really brings us to the heart of it all. And I think their own words capture it perfectly. Technology like this, it's not a luxury, it's a fundamental tool for independence. It's about making sure that everyone has the access they deserve. And it leaves me wondering, what other barriers could we break down if we just designed things with everyone in mind from the start?